What's up, friends? My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. There's some flight footage from the DJI Avata. No, not really. DJI, I'm sure they have no idea who I am. Welcome to Sim Sunday. Velocidrone Combat Mode returns. And I've got a foot pedal, so maybe I'll be a little bit less shit. I remember to turn the air conditioner off, so it's nice and quiet down here. Headphone users, you're welcome. We're going to talk about that shoot there, which was yesterday, and we're going to answer some questions. This is a Q&A stream. All the streams are Q&A streams, so ask any and all FPV related or, you know, life related or car related questions that you've got in the chat. Those are the three things that I know pretty well. Unless for some strange reason you've got an airsoft question. Yeah, let's hang out, friends. In the chat, Apache Smokewood Sniper was first. Alec Dvornik was next. Chopper FPV, so good to have Alec Dvornik back. Kevin Sumner was next. Mayan Hawk, Athix, Aaron, Lost Sync, Kilo Lima? Is that Kilo Lima? Kilo Lima? I don't know what it is. I ruined it. Expander, Marcel Off Axis, Rock Crawler, PJ, Abraham, License to Drive, Tyler, Chomper, License to Drive again, Frank Nicholas, Bob Noxious, Jesse Garcia, Oscillation, Andy, Flush FPV, Tyler, Northern Tier, Robbie, Abraham, Tyler, Robbie again, Squitchy FPV, Tannard. Oh, YouTube, why you gotta do the thing? Why you gotta do the thing, YouTube? Why you gotta zip to the bottom of the chat? Well, I'm gonna miss some people. Blame YouTube. Envy the Birds, Chomper, Abraham, PJ, Oscillation, Andy, Tyler. Wow, I'm reading from the bottom to the top. That's weird. I never do that. Marcel, A Cable, Gusto or Gusto, Tom's Lazy, Sponge, just Sponge. Now that's a YouTube name right there. Tannard, Squitchy. I think I got everybody. What's up, friends? I don't know. I don't know what to say. Hey, this is my full-time job. I just changed my thing. YouTube says it's not receiving enough video, but OBS says everything is fine. So hopefully everything is fine. Look at this. I just moved over to Linktree Premium or whatever, the paid Linktree. And yeah, I'm not settled on this like appearance package thing, background, whatever, but I thought it was funny. The little dots go upwards. Look, this is what's new. I added a whole bunch of these little thumbnails so I can take some of these out. You know, now there's a thumbnail for Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Patreon, my email. That would be Discord. I think that's Etsy. This actually drives to Venmo. There's no little icon for PayPal, which is kind of a shame. LinkedIn, if you want to look at... I haven't updated LinkedIn since I was in the corporate world, so it's kind of useless. But you might get a kick out of it. My resume's on there. And then this is... What is this? Spotify? That's Spotify. Where is that going to go? Where is that going to go? Look at that. It goes to my pubic playlists. Leave me alone. Don't ask me questions, Spotify. Look at that. Look at that. Interesting. That should probably not be a public playlist, eh? Although, or maybe it should be. Maybe, you know, maybe you guys need some help in the bedroom. And, yeah. Thanks for making it weird, yo. And then there's all the other stuff, of course. Patreon helps me out the most if you really like this content and you want to see a gangly man keep going with it. Hop onto my Patreon. It's 10 cents a day to join. If you want to get in on the giveaways, though, it's like 12 cents a day, $5 a month. Or 10 or 20 or 30. You pick. There's a whole bunch of different tiers. So what does this... What do these icons not cover? Fiverr? There's no Fiverr icon, although if you do want flight instruction, help with tuning, or help with build planning so that you stop wasting money on gear, you can just message me. Just message me on Instagram or Facebook or wherever, email, and we'll set it up. Fiverr's messenger setup sucks balls, and I have a tendency to miss messages there, unfortunately, because of it. T-shirts are over on Teespring with some mugs and the ubiquitous, that's not the right word, but it's a fun word to say with your mouth, tote bag, black Kill All Carbon tote bag with my logo on one side and Kill All Carbon on the other. You need it. You do. You need it. If you don't have one, you're a loser. It's not true. FPV Exchange, I got a little store over there. It's pretty cool. And then look at all these affiliate links. Oh, you're looking at my face. For Christ's sakes, Larry. Look at all these affiliate links, yo. Newbie Drone, FPVCycle, Amazon, Get FPV, Umagod's website, FPV Crate, Banggood, Camera Butter, AliExpress. Yeah, if you're ordering on any one of these websites and you hit my affiliate link before you check it out, I get money for nothing. And then I use it to, you know, keep doing this. So do all of your content creating buddies a favor. And when you order things on the internet, try to use an affiliate link because it makes a huge difference for us and it allows us to, you know, do this thing for you to watch for free. Click the thumbs up button, subscribe, bell, all that nonsense. Do the things. All right, in the chat, folks that have tagged me so far. Apache Smoke Goon Cyber said, good evening, CiottiFPV. How are you doing this lovely Sunday? What's up, collective? Looking forward to the best stream
in the world.
I really wish there was a way for that to feed back through my speakers, but then it would echo into the microphone and just might be good. PJ says, hello, CiottiFPV and collective. What I could do, I could probably set up a thing to mute my mic while that's playing, and then I could have it play through the speakers. Bob Noxious says, what's up, collective? And CiottiFPV. Jesse Garcia says, hey, CiottiFPV and collective. Look how fast I can talk. PJ says, how does combat mode work? You fly around and you combat each other. You shoot each other. It's super fun. And it's an expansion pack though. You got to pay like $12 or $8 or $2 or $4 or $11 or $9 or $7 or $1 or $4 or $3 or $7 or I already said 7. Envy of the Bird says hey with an A, H-A-Y. Kevin Sumner dropping the CiottiFPV.com link. Thank you, homie. And Aber the Ham says, one thing I love about CiottiFPV is that he sounds just like Jesse Pinkman when he says blah, 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 yo. Do I really? Should I start calling people I shouldn't say that word. YouTube dings you when you curse. But Jesse Pinkman saying the B word is just one of the most epic, unbelievably, like that'll just go down in history, man. Him using that word is just incredible. Did that play? That was weird. I can't hear it, but what was that? What was that? Oscillation Andy wants me to say it. Did the Price is Right loser horn play right? Or the volume meter looked very strange just now. That we just added that on Friday's stream. Not like it was supposed to, Bob Noxious. Let's try it again. Ready? That looked more normal. Strange. Some things in OBS don't work right, like the first time. It's weird. Envy the Birds with a $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. He says, CiottiFPV life question. Why do I get so annoyed when all my non-FPV friends show me the Avata and ask if they should buy it? Don't know what to say. That's a good question. Just tell them all yes. I mean, that's the answer to the second question. But what's interesting is the question, why do you get annoyed? It's a good question. I don't know. My guess is we've got a problem child, by the way. This Cinesplore with the 2104s is not acting right. So, yeah, it's being very weird. And what I just noticed is that the propellers are being pushed into. So I put the T-Motor 3140s on here, and what I'm noticing is that the propellers are being pushed into the motor bell, which can't possibly be good. So before I was gonna go down the rabbit hole on this live stream troubleshooting it, but that wouldn't make much sense with the propellers all jammed up like that. So I'm looking for my little wrench over here. Where the hell's that little... Where's that little wrenchy boy? Where's the little M3 wrench? There it is. It's over here on the coffee table. Why is it on the coffee table? Yeah, before I go down the rabbit hole troubleshooting anything else, I'm going to try a set of props that fit these motors better. So here's an interesting thing. The FPVCycle 2104 motors are not a great match with the T-Motor 3140s. My guess is that it's not the end of the world. Raven 187. Yeah, my guess is that it's not too bad of a problem. But for the record, here's what's going on. Figure out how I can show this to you guys. Look at the button. Oh Christ! Come on, Logitech. Be a friend. Logitech. Be a pal for once. The bottom of the propeller is actually pushing up against the motor bell. See it there? And like just barely though. Just barely. But that ain't, I mean, it's not great. You see how it's denting the prop a little bit? So yeah, that's not great. Whether or not it's affecting anything, I'm not sure of. But what I'll do is I'll swap these propellers out for like the Gemfan 5 blades, and if the problems that I'm having go away, then we know that it is affecting something. But so yeah, it's a thing that we now know. What else we got? Abraham says that scene when he's working stuff up to go into the meth head's house with the ATM and he's practicing. Where's my money? Yeah, that show is amazing. I started to rewatch that show before I moved in with Maggie and the kids here, and I was just loving it. And it was I started to rewatch it because Sage started to watch it for the first time, so I wanted to watch it along with him so that we could talk about it and shit. But then he stopped watching it, and I stopped watching it because I didn't want to get too far ahead of him. And then he never told me that he started watching it again, so I never started watching it again. But I think I want to dive back in because it's one of my favorite series of all time, and it's one of the very few series that I haven't watched a second time. I typically watch stuff a second and a third time because I get a lot more out of it. Because I tend to really barely watch, like when I watch a show or a movie, what basically happens is I watch 10 to 15 minutes of it, and then I see something shiny and I start usually like working. I start working on FPV stuff or any number of other things, and the show or the movie will be on in the background, and I'll basically listen to it, which like you get you get a lot out of it by listening to it. But then when I watch it for a second time, I'll see more of it because, I'll happen to glance up at a different point and I'll see, and it's kind of cool because it's like, oh, I don't remember that. So yeah, that's how I do things. I don't recommend it. It's kind of bad to do it that way, but it's not the end of the world. Got shit to do, man. Can't be sitting around watching TV all damn day. Envy the Bird says, it's like I want them to get into the hobby, but not this way. Well, I mean, so there's a flaw in that logic right there. People are not going to get into this hobby. Like, I don't like getting people into this hobby. If someone finds this hobby and decides to get into it, that's awesome. But, like, I never want to feel like I get somebody into this hobby. I don't think that's what you're saying, but for the record, there's just such a good chance that they're going to quit that, like, I'm just like, you can ask me questions, but you got to do this on your own, yo. I got to be honest, I watched Nurkle's video of the Avata, most of it, and I can't believe how good it is. First of all, I can't believe how the hell they got 15 minutes of runtime out of it. I mean, I kind of can. It's so I run 4S 850s on the Cinesplores and I get about 5 minutes. They're running a battery that's 4 times the capacity. And 3 times the capacity, and they're getting 3 times the runtime. What's impressive though is that usually when you would add that much extra weight, it would negatively affect the runtime. So like usually, sort of like we get to this point of diminishing returns, right? Because it's heavier, it's less efficient, it takes more thrust to keep it up in the air. They've done an amazing job keeping the rig lightweight. That's what I'm most shocked by, is how light that rig is. In my opinion, they kind of ruined that lightweightness by putting a absolutely gigantic battery on it. Like a 15-minute runtime, that's a bit much. But for normies, it's, it's important. I I'm a little scared, to be honest, that that the Avata is going to take a lot of work away from us proper FPV people. Shirt of the day, by the way. So yeah, I'm a little freaked out because any old videographer. So he had Paul. If you haven't seen it, Paul had a videographer buddy of his who's never flown before with him, and he put him up in the air on the damn thing, and he was able to shoot gaps within like 30 seconds that would take us about a year to be able to get through. So yeah, that's a little concerning. I don't know. You can say like, oh, but they won't flow like us, and they blah 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 blah, all these things, right? And that's true. But the cold hard fact of this is that a videographer within a couple of months can get good enough with an Avata to do most of what we can do. And the range is outrageous, and it's got return to home, and it's got the stop button, and so yeah, I'm super impressed by it as a it's brilliant. Doesn't fly as good as our Cinewhoops. Cinewhoops don't really need to fly good, right? They use all kinds of stabilization. It flies good. It seems to fly good enough. And Paul had a lot of really good things to say about it. And the flying that he was able to do with it was really impressive. So like, I don't know, man. I'm pretty shocked by it. I am pretty shocked by the Avata. And admittedly a little freaked out. But I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. It's in theory, there will always be a place for those of us who have been, for those of us who can say that we've been flying for 6 years, right? Because nobody with the Avata is going to be able to say that. So for the type of work that, quite honestly, I want to get, right? Like, I don't want to get, I'll take it for sure. I take damn near everything at this point, but I don't want to get the work where the people are like really thinking heavily about budget, right? Because then, like, you tell them how much you charge, and they're like, "Oh, that's too much. You can't do it for less." And like, I just hate having that conversation. And quite honestly, like, those are the productions that are kind of sketchy as fuck. So, yeah, I don't. That is not necessarily the type of work that I'm looking for. And I think that's the type of work that the Avata is going to end up filling, because it's going to be people that are charging less. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think my main worry is that every single videographer has one, and then on, let's say, a music video set, they're already hiring someone to run the ARI or the Red. And if that person has an Avata in their truck, it's like, hey, we want an FPV shot. Cool, hold on, give me a minute. And they don't need to hire us that do it. There will always be a home for us in like the really mega productions where they don't care about the budget, but that's becoming more and more rare. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's definitely way over 250 grams, and there's no possible way to argue that when you were flying it, it was sub 250. So that's pretty interesting, right? Like with these Cinesplores, if the FAA calls and says like, hey, it looks like you were flying a rig there in the footage that someone sent us complaining about you, it looks like you were flying a rig that was more than 250 grams, you can just say, no, I wasn't. It was a lightened up Cinesplore with a naked GoPro and a tiny little battery on it. It was 249 grams. And that's like the end, right? So there's that, right? Which is going to become like a really big thing in about a year when remote ID rolls out. And maybe it'll be a big thing. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll. I'm assuming, and I'm afraid that when remote ID rolls out, that the FAA is going to get a little bit more aggressive with attempting to train police departments to give tickets for people flying drones and shit. But maybe not. Maybe not. That's a hell of a job, especially in down south Georgia, where the cops are shotgun toting, horse riding jackasses. So yeah, maybe the situation won't change, but it's just interesting. Kevin Sumner says, want a videographer still need a Part 107 to fly it? For sure, but getting a Part 107 is very easy, very, very, very easy. All you got to do is, at least for me, just watch the Northrop free YouTube video a whole bunch of times and just go. And you can pretty easily get a passing score. So I don't think that'll stop really anyone. Envy the Bird says, I think he hit the nail on the head on why this is getting to me a bit. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, so I mean, I didn't think that far into it. Yeah, I don't know. Kevin Sumner says, I guess smaller productions don't regularly ask about 107. I have never been asked for my 107. Not once. Which is kind of ridiculous because I've been on sets that have easily $200,000-$300,000 budgets. It's kind of annoying. It's like, why did I even bother? But Isaac Mitchell says it's just going to create a boom of crap work and make us work harder, but GoPro still looks better. In theory, yeah. In theory, that is definitely what it'll do. In theory, definitely. Great. Yeah, in theory, that is what it'll do. I don't know. I'm also a little bit scared because that is an awful powerful rig to get stuck in someone's hair, right? And once Avatas start hitting people and getting stuck in female actresses, artists' hair, the videography world is going to look down even more than they already do on drones, and specifically FPV. So that's very scary. And it's not fully ducted, right? It's just a stupid-ass little prop guard. So there's even a chance that it can cut somebody pretty bad. I would hope that DJI would have tested that a bunch and made sure that the prop guard that it has is exactly in the right position to prevent that kind of thing, but maybe not. So it's scary for a lot of different reasons. The hitting, I mean, it's gonna be hitting people. We're gonna first see it in weddings. There's gonna be a whole bunch of wedding fail videos with the Avata hitting people, because I'm certain that wedding videographers are gonna all buy one. The gig that I did yesterday was a guy who runs a videography company up in Charlotte, and he already has his on order. And yeah, he's not a confident FPV pilot. He's spent a bunch of time in the simulator, but he's still very, very new. I think he'll be okay, but he's a great use case, right? Like, he's a videographer, and he ordered it during the announcement thing, right? Like, it is incredibly exciting for all videographers, and $1,500 is nothing to them. So they're pretty much all going to order one. And best case scenario, they fly it a couple times and get bored of it, or have a close call or something like that, and then they put it away and don't take it out again. Because then, you know, we'll still have work. And less people will get hit in the face by them. But I don't know. I'm a little scared by it, to be honest. But good Lord, is it a technical masterpiece, man? The weight that they've got it at, the runtime, the new transmission system, incredible piece of kit, to the point where, like, I wanted to buy one. I mean, I can't afford it, but by the end of Paul's video, I was like, yo, that'd be nice to have. You know, it's got the camera that looks up and down, so you can change your up tilt on the fly. That's a really big deal. 15-minute runtime would be great for certain situations. Yeah, really interesting rig. Really interesting piece of kit. But yeah, I mean, here's the flip side of it, though. I had a lot of these same thoughts and reservations about the DJI FPV drone, right? And I don't know, like, I'm sure there's been a little bit of an uptick of people getting hit with FPV drones because of it, but it hasn't been that bad, right? Like, it's not like on the news every day or anything like that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm scared for a couple of reasons. I'm turned on for a couple of reasons. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Athix says the new DJI Whoop might perform a bit if you want a better cam. You would have to make it heavier. I haven't looked up the cam specs on it. I assume that it's a pretty good camera because DJI puts really good cameras in their stuff. But I just don't know. A bunch of you guys are saying that the GoPro looks better. That's good. That's a really good thing. Anything that we can get, goddammit. Kevin Sumner says, without a 107, who is liable, the pilot or the production? Even with a 107, well, I think even with a 107, they're both liable. The FAA changed this earlier this year, and they basically said, like, hey, we're no longer going to just go after the pilot, we're going to go after the production as well. But I don't know if that's specific to with or without a 107. But my guess is that it's both. My guess is that if they're going to go after, yeah, they're just going to go after everybody. Because what do they care, right? They just write it down and send it out, and then you got to get a lawyer, and everybody has to get a lawyer, and it's yeah, one big old shit show. Avix says, might perform better, but CiottiFPV. The new DJI Whoop might perform better. If you want a better cam, you would have to make it heavier. I see what you're saying now, Athix. I see what you're saying. Lost Sync says, kind of looking forward to the wedding videos now. I'm not. As someone who has been married before, someone being hit by a drone on that day would suck. It really would. But yeah. Isaac Mitchell says, I'll still smile and laugh. Isaac Mitchell says, agreed. I've been a Club DJI forever. I see a lot of Avata failures coming, and a flood of these on Marketplace soon for you and me to actually use on shoots that don't require the best picture. Is the video out of it really not that bad? I thought it looked great on Paul's review. Gregory FPV says, looking to get a 107 for real estate work. Where should I start? Are there any resources you would recommend to study for that test? Northrop. I just typed in the chat Northrop. Here on YouTube, search for Northrop 107. Chelsea and I forget her husband's name. Northrop are a pair of photographers that are great. I knew them back in the days that I shot stills before FPV, and they're an amazing couple. And they've got like an hour and change long video covering everything that you need to know to pass the test. It's not everything that you need to know to get 100 on the test, but you don't have to get 100 to pass. So the Northrop's video is absolutely the easy button to passing the test. If you're good at taking tests. If you're not good at taking tests, it's probably not enough. I'm very lucky. I went to great public schools in New Jersey growing up, and then a great college in New Jersey. And so I'm really good at taking tests. I can usually I can read a question and read the answers and kind of read in between the lines and usually get it right, whether or not I know the info. A lot of people are not like that. A lot of people are not good at taking tests. And if that's you, you're probably going to have to work a little bit harder. So, yeah. Isaac Mitchell says, the only question I asked Nurk was, can it compete with GoPro? And he said, in my opinion, no. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. But that's... Nurk is somebody that's flying heavy lifters with Reds and Aries and Black Magics and crazy shit like that. So, yeah, he's coming at it from... He's all the way over here. The rest of us are here with GoPro stuff. From what I saw on his video, I'll put it this way. The professional work that I've done so far, which is a half decent amount. Not a lot, but a good amount. I was doing 1 or 2 a week for a couple of months there last year. I do not think that any of the professional work that I've done so far, I do not think that they would have cared. I don't think that after the fact they'd have been like, yo, this quality looks like shit, if it was on the Avata, from what I saw on Paul's review video. Maybe I'm wrong. And I have had a couple people, like, during the sort of like discovery call or whatever you want to call it, be like, oh, do you have anything better than GoPro quality? And it's a pretty, for me at least, it's a pretty straightforward conversation of like, GoPro is the heaviest that we can carry safely. To go beyond that, we go into a world where it is just not safe around people. It flies much worse. My price is going to triple because instead of putting a $800 rig up in the air, it's putting a $3,000 to $4,000 rig up in the air with a $3,000 to $4,000 camera on it. I'm sorry. $3,000 to $4,000 rig. Full stop. Lifters are about $1,000, and then the camera is between $2,000 and $4,000. So, kind of split the difference and say $3,000. So yeah, and the part of that conversation is, look, FPV is all about, like, it's not about the quality of the video, it's about how the camera is moving. When the camera is going 100 miles an hour an inch off the side of the Lambo, you're not gonna, the viewer, right, maybe the editor will, but the viewer is not gonna care if the video is not quite as crisp as the static shot that you just had. It just doesn't work that way. Like, FPV shots are so energetic, they're so blah blah blah, and usually when you hit them with those 2 or 3 things, it's just like, oh, okay, got it, and you're good to go. I really do feel like if you had that same conversation with a client about the Avata, they'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, true, got it. So, yeah, I don't think that it will be held back by the quality. Maybe it will. I hope it does. I hope that the film world decides that the Avata quality sucks and they don't want it, because that's good for me. That's just me, that's me being selfish. I'm allowed to be selfish sometimes. But I doubt it. I really do doubt it. Especially because there are... So, like, all of these really talented videographers that have huge YouTube channels, right? Like the Sam Colders of the world, and there's a lot of these guys, and a lot of people are familiar with them. They are going to make, and already have made, beautiful images with the Avata. And so, yeah, I think that is going to kind of speak for itself. And... those guys. So there's a thing with photography where it's like, you don't really have to be that good of a photographer. You don't really have to have good. You definitely don't have to have good gear. But if you just point your camera at a really interesting subject, or you're in a really interesting location, you're good to go, right? Like the saying is location, 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 right? And those guys are a perfect example of that, right? They spend all of their budget traveling to wild locations, and then they just throw anything up in the air, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. And they're going to do that with the Avata, and it's going to be almost as mind-blowing, and it's going to be like, wow. So, yeah, it's interesting. What's up, Madge? We'll see. We'll see what happens. But what a piece of kit, man. What an impressive piece of kit. Let's fire up Velocidrone and shoot the shit out of each other. What do you say, friends? Ain't no goddamn DJI Avata that can do this. All right, launcher's running. I hear somebody on the stairs. Let's see who it is. Let's see who it is. Who's coming to see me? Who's coming to see me? Nobody. I think somebody just walked by above the stairs. No love. No love. It's all right. It's worth waiting for. Velocidrone is launching. Where is the cable? Here it is. I'm going to turn this QX7S on first. Easy, buddy. Easy. And it's already in sim mode. We're going to plug in here. USB joystick. All right, Velocidrone is up. Isaac Mitchell says Avata is a real estate guy's dream. I actually don't think so. Real estate is not, in my opinion at least, is not a good use for FPV. You can get much better footage with a gimbal on, I mean, just a gimbal, or if you really want to go for it, a gimbal on a $10 monopod. Yeah, FPV just doesn't. It just doesn't make sense for real estate. If you've ever done a real estate fly through, you'll understand what I mean. It's just you fly it into a room, and then you turn it 360 degrees, and then you fly it out of the room, and then you fly it into another room, and you turn it 360 degrees. Like the only thing that drones do well for real estate stuff is high elevation, up down to the front door. And if you have to throw a quick transition between your Mavic that does that and you walking around the house with a gimbal, who gives a shit? So yeah, it's in my opinion at least, drones make no FPV makes no sense for real estate fly-throughs. Bigger stuff like hotel, so the stuff that Indoor Drone Tours does, like hotels, big spaces like that, sure, I love it. I love that. But like real estate, like what we usually think of as real estate, regular homes, 2,000 square feet, 3,000 square feet, 4,000 square feet. It just doesn't make any sense. I've done it a few times. The best that I've ever done with it was in this house, actually, before we moved in. And it was interesting, but I couldn't get into the kids' bedrooms. It's just too tight, and again, it would have just been flying in, spinning 360. Can't really get into the bathrooms, so it's just and then at which point, like, so I mean, I guess what you could do is you do a big, you do like, well, so all right, hold on. So let me show you guys what I did, and I can maybe like talk through how I think maybe you could use. Maybe the proper, the useful way to use FPV on a real estate fly-through. Is there not a way to... Are you kidding me? Instagram, you've got to be kidding me. So, all right, hold on. So... This makes sense, right? But you can do this with a Mavic. Mavic. Okay. That's kind of cool that you didn't have to cut. This is still kind of cool. All right? You don't get any detail, though. But still kind of cool. Still kind of cool. At this point, you would need to do a transition to show these three rooms, right? And then you would do a transition back to this. kind of cool, I guess. Kind of cool. Now you got to cut to flying around the kitchen. Yeah, maybe I could have flown around the kitchen. You got to cut to that bedroom. You got to just, you're going to have to do transitions in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out. That's what she said. Yeah, I just don't, I don't know. I don't, in my opinion, FPV just doesn't make sense for this. But I could totally be wrong, right? Like, who the hell am I? And I don't know. I also don't think I've seen like a really compelling real estate piece with FPV used properly. A really good editor is going to be able to do some crazy shit. But for most of real estate stuff, they don't have really good editors. They have really cheap editors that are just banging shit out as quick as possible. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, but from what I've seen, I just don't think it's the best bet. But maybe the Avata will do it way better because it's got the horizon lock. You know, it's got not the horizon lock. It's got the sensors on the bottom. My hunch, though, is that it's not going to like going through doorways. I'm willing to bet that it's gonna try to stop itself going through doorways. At which point it really doesn't make any sense. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be very interesting. But the important thing right now is that we shoot the shit out of each other on Velocidrone. What? Why is it? Don't launch it again, you asshole. Really? Wow, that was weird. Oh, hey. Here we go. I'm gonna lose chat because I'm still only set up on a one monitor thing, but I do have something coming that'll get the other monitor up. Hold on, let me do something here. Let me kick on some epidemic sounds because it'll just be nice. Just nice to have a little bit of background music. I'm just refreshing it. All right, here we go. So we're gonna have some background music just playing through the speakers. I'm just gonna kind of like manage the volume manually here. Sound effects volume. Let's turn this down a little bit because it has been a bit much. And there we go. All right, so we're gonna go to multiplayer. We're gonna take the, where's the Ass Blaster? Where's the Ass Blaster 5000? What the hell? My Ass Blaster is gone, guys. What? Add quad. All right, hold on. I need this to be full screen so I can actually see it. Flip mode, Dominator, Ditone, blah, blah, blah. Junior Racer, Twig. Where's the Ass Blaster? I think I just ass blasted past it. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where you at? Blaster of asses. Come on! Where is it? Where's the chameleon? Was that it? No, IC-13. They didn't take combat mode out of this, did they? Oh, wait, here we go. Hey, here we go. Hey, there it is. Okay. How can I name it? I need to change the name. It's very important. Yeah. There it is, friends. It's back. The Blaster of Asses is back. Create session. It's going to be in the American region. It's called CiottiFPV livestream. You have to have the most recent version of Velocidrone to be able to join me. And so we need to go to a map that is that combat mode works on. Unless they've added combat mode to all the maps. Nah, see how it's grayed out? Okay, so we need to pick a map that's usable. Really? And it's not going to tell me that? Come on now. Favorite new try. Is there really not a way of... Alright, so let's try this. Let me go to... I think these poly worlds are the ones that are available for combat mode. Yeah. So, let's do this. We're going to do combat deathmatch. We'll keep it simple. And I wonder if I click on a map that won't... Ugh. It just turns it off. I was hoping that it would show it grayed out. I'm gonna assume that it's just these poly worlds. So let's try dynamic poly world. And we're gonna do deathmatch. And where's the button to start? Where's the... What the hell? What? What's happening? Well, that's weird. It didn't give me the button. Alright, here we go, friends. Oh, Christ, I didn't map the... Hold on. Wow, what is this? Hold on, let me make sure that... Don't join the room yet. Let me make sure that this is gonna work. Oh my god, it's squares. Jesus. That's kind of cool. Okay. Who the hell built squares into the game? That's pretty outrageous. It's not quite right, but it's pretty goddamn close. Oh wow, it's very close. Wow, okay, this ought to be interesting. Jesus, this is gonna be a lot. This is gonna be hard on computers, though. Look at all these. Can you go inside? No. Wow. The controls feel very sensitive. Wow, squares. That's insane. Atlanta Wildwood Center Freestyle. It's a funny name for it. I need to jump out. Because I need to map this switch. And I think it's going to grenade the entire session. Maybe not. Maybe not. But we're going to go to controller. And we're going to go to fire. And then hopefully this works. No! It won't recognize the foot switch. God damn it. No. Work! Please work! Shout out to Frank Nicholas for sending me this foot pedal that doesn't work. Oh. Alright, well. I think I have it set to this. Damn. Can I do it in the legacy setup panel, maybe? Oh, center all sticks. Alright, sticks are centered. Press the button. Nope. Shitters. Alright. We're fine. Wait, no. I guess... Oh, fart. 2, 1. This. Replace. Okay, we're good. Well, it was worth a shot. Let's go back into multiplayer. Select. And looks like I can join my own session. You know, I'm not gonna have admin. Well, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We're just playing free-for-all. So, let's get the chat out of here. Let's get the member thing out of here. Oh, although this is gonna rely on somebody else to start each thing. Hey, do me a favor, guys. Hop out. Everybody hop out so that it gives me the room back, because I need to be able to start the thing. Hey, there we go. Wait, maybe aborted the game mode. Everybody hop out real quick, please. Then back in. Alright, so it should, once these guys jump out, we should be good to go. 48 high RM, jump out. Jump out, jump out, jump out, jump out. Oh, I hope that's somebody watching the live stream. It might not be somebody watching the live. Hey, there he goes. Awesome. Perfect. So you guys can jump back in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Start abort race. There we go. All right. So let's let everybody hop back in. And we will start shooting each other. Let me kill the chat. And give you guys stick overlay. Let's explore squares a little bit with the Ass Blaster 5000. Yeah, the rates don't feel quite right. Let me take a look really quick. Oh well, that's why it doesn't. My rates are not in here. Actual rates, center sensitivity, just 20. Center sensitivity 20. Center sensitivity 20. Max rate 700. Expo 0.7. There we go. Save that. That should feel a lot better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Way better. Are those windows missing? Can I fly through there? Looks like it. Yeah, look at that. Look at the Ass Blaster just being a beast. Forgot how fat this thing is. What happens if you fly all the way through? There's cars up here? What? Look at this! Come on now. Yo, Velocidrone. There's two unicorns looking at each other. Wow. This is wild. I actually don't... I don't really like this spot, if I'm completely honest. It's very, like, one-dimensional. Like, you play here... I mean, you don't play up here, because it's a really good way to lose a rig. And then there's just these two, like, walking bridge things, and then, like, that's kind of it. I mean, like, there's this area down here, but, like, I don't know. It's just not that great of a spot, in my opinion. I think it's the most overrated spot in all of Atlanta, to be honest with you. But hey, that's just me. Let's shoot each other, yo. Start race. What? No spawn. What the hell? Why would you let me go in here if you can't use the... Unbelievable. Oh. Oh, look at this. Oh, interesting. So... let's see if this one will work. Oh, what the hell is this? What? Why? Okay. Well, that's interesting. Let's see if it'll let us go. Nope. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so we're not gonna fight here. Boner's Bando 3 theme park. That's interesting. Let's see if we can shoot each other on the boners. It's pinwheeling. It's pinwheeling. I appear to have broken it. Oh, man. I had to click on the boners. You know, this is my own fault. I have only myself to blame. I got very excited about boners. And here we are. Oh! Oh! So what do? I click the exact same thing that made it freeze again. Okay, now we can't do boners. No boners for us. Freestyle Poly Castle. It says castle, so surely you can fly combat mode there. Surely you can. God damn it. Quads in space. What the hell is that? Oh boy. Surely we can fight in space. Oh no. Oh boy. And when it freezes like this, I can't even Oh, well, there we go. There we go. There we go. Hey, okay. Ed K says, does it need mapping to a Chan, maybe? I don't know what that means, Ed. I don't know what Chan means. Athix says, did you name it after Trimmers? No, it's, I forget what that's... I think it's from the League. I think that's a quote from the League. I think that I stole that from the League. I could be wrong. Channel. Does it need mapping to a channel, maybe? Probably. Jesse Garcia says, don't call me Shirley. Looks like it just popped back up. Starting abort race. Nope. No spawners. Or whatever the hell they're called. I'm gonna lose chat again here. So, I guess dynamic polyworld is not the move. So, let's go... Oh, you know, it's not polyworld. There are just specific maps that we can do combat mode in, and you just, I guess you just kind of have to know them. So, man, it's been a long time since we did combat mode. Karting track, industrial wasteland, indoor go-kart, house, future hangar. Damn it, what was... CTF Battle Bases. Okay, so this will obviously work. This will obviously work. Okay. This had better work. Hey! Alright, here we go. Let's start shooting each other. What did I put? I put shoot on arm, I guess? So, in combat mode, if you haven't seen this before, you gotta pick up... You can't just shoot all the time. You gotta pick up a little thing, and then you just look for each other's trails, and then you get the shit shot out of you. I'm not good, so you guys are gonna see me just get absolutely obliterated in this, but you know, that's okay. We're all here for the funsies, not for winning. Who really cares about winning, right? What's that thing? What happens if I fly into it? Nothing. It's nice for me. I can use the excuse of like, oh, all these motherfuckers are just watching the stream to know where I'm at. There's a name for it. Stream bombing. I don't know. The DayZ streamers that I watch say it. I shot Riot 9. Yay! Stream camping. Is that what it's called? Maybe. Whoa! Somebody just got ownered. Ooh! I got Mayan Hawk, but then he got me. Oh my god, my eyes are going to hell already. Here we go! I crashed into the goddamn ground, guys. I crashed into the ground. We lost epidemic sounds. Hold on, hold on. This is important. We need... No. Don't do that. No. Hold on. Hold on. I need music to be able to perform. Well, I don't necessarily like this song, but, you know, whatever. Alright. Here we go. It's time. It's time to blast every single ass that's up in here. I'm gonna use my cinematic flying skills to smash into the side of the building. God, I'm just the worst. This is, I mean, like, the reason I'm so bad at combat mode is that it's very similar to, like, racing, and I'm just useless at racing. So yeah, that's my excuse. What's your excuse? But I do like going for these long-range shots. It does make the fact that I very rarely hit anyone feel that much better when I do eventually hit someone. And I will eventually hit someone. It's gonna take a long time, but it's gonna be worth it. Got Mayan Hawk once! And then he ran away like a little bitch. Just kidding. Hey, I got him again! Down he goes! I had to eventually get someone. Maybe I'll get all into it, you never know, let's see. Let's just orbit this porta potty. That'll get me all fired up. Right? Whoa! Here we go! Cinematic combat mode! Ooh! Got a Spander once! Almost got him again. Oh! Oh, he got me. And I just respawned and smashed into the wall. Oh boy. This is it. This is it. I'm good at this now. Ready? Watch this. Watch this. Watch me bounce into all the walls. Who's this? I got an idea. I got an idea, guys. I got an idea. I got an idea. From the moon! What if I hit somebody? Oh man, I'm really trying to. Here we go! Ah! Oh! No, 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 run away! Oh god, why? How am I expected to shoot people if I can't even not just ram into the ground? No, what do you- come on, give me that. I was close enough, wasn't I? Alright. Where are those streaks at? I see some streaks. Oh boy, I'm getting shot at. That doesn't end well, ever. Ooh, Mayan Hawk getting blasted in the butt. Oh man, is this super disorienting for you guys? It's disorienting for me. Ooh! Oh, I got him like second time. I think he's already killed me like 18 times though. I don't like this map all that much. It's too open. Man, Mayan Hawk just dominating. I didn't come in last though. That's pretty rare for me. Whee! Down we go. Wow! I don't know what I had planned there. Round 2, here we go. Time to blast some bum-bums. And away we go! Where are them pickups at? Okay, there's a tree. Is this where the pickups are? Jesus. Is there a pickup up here? Man, I'm not in it here today. Alright, we got a homing missile. Let's get close, but not too close. That was too close. Oh boy. Oh no! Mayan Hawk is a big, mean jerk. So that's all I have to say. Alright, we got yellow. I think the yellow is the, I'm just gonna camp in here. They'll never know. They'll never know. Watch this. Oh, it doesn't let me... Oh. I thought I could just, put my crosshairs at the door. Well, that's an interesting approach. I can just click the, I don't have a weapon. I can just click the arm up and just leave it up, and it'll just dump the entire magazine. Alright, here we go. Not too close. Yeah! Got some expander on that one. If you're at just the right distance with that homing missile, it's, it kind of works. Thanks a lot, Mayan Hawk, you bastard, shooting me with a homing missile. I see how it is. Here we go! Dump the mag! I don't even know what I'm shooting at. I didn't hit anyone. Whoop! Oh, 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 oh. Ran out of ammo. Oh, come on! How did I not? Oh, I do have it. I have it. I have it. We're good. Oh no! Ooh! Oh God, that was close. I missed with that shot, but. What? I didn't pick that up? Come on. Here we go. We got the rock music playing. We're gonna shoot some Riot 9 on that one. Alright. It's time. Oh, I got some broken propellers going on. Oh, somebody's about to get mad. Did I really hit the tree? Come on. Alright, it's time. Oh god, I was armed! And the arm switch is really? You're gonna shoot me? Everybody don't shoot the purple one. That's a new game. Nobody shoot the purple one. I won't shoot at you guys, I promise. Homing missile! No, no, no! I'm just gonna shoot it randomly. Go get somebody! Oh, you craphead. The key is just to always be full throttle. That's definitely the point. Alright, here we go. Arming! And just randomly, that was too far. I need to keep people in a somewhat intelligent range. Hey, the sneak attack on a Spander! How you like me now? Oh, 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 ooh, 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 ooh. Oh god, I'm the worst. Ooh, get it, get it, get it. Get him, 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 get him. Oh, I ran out. No getting him while I'm run out. While I'm out. Ooh, ooh. I see you, I see you. I hit once. Just once, though. Ooh! Ooh! Come on. Not last. Not la- Oh! 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 Yeah! Riot 9! Wrong place, wrong time, homie. Oh, crap. What? Pick it up. No! You bastard expander. Here we go. Oh, 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 oh! Oh! Right in the middle again. Good, good, good. Not last. That's all that matters. Oh my god. This is intense. This is intense. What time is it? What time is it? 4:18? Alright, let's do, we're gonna play this till 4:30. And then we're gonna look at a little bit more flight footage. I've got flight footage off of the Hero 10 that I'm really interested to look at. So let's do one more. Wait, no, no, no. Let's change the map. We're gonna change the map. CTF Dive. Let's give that one a shot. Maybe it's cool. Is this it? It looks the same. Oh, it's not the same. Oh, this is interesting. Let's do this one. Here we go! Time to blast some booties. 2, 1, crash! Oh, you bastards. Oh! Alright. We got something that's blue. Ah, now I know why it's called Dive. Oh god. There was a window there I just ignored. Oh, here's a bad guy. Oh, I'm gonna miss all these. Why am I still shooting? It's like once I click the arm switch up to start shooting, I can't bring myself to turn it off. Oh, come on! I'm the worst. Run away! Yeah. Who came through after me? Come on. Oh no! Oh no! It's always Hawk. It's always him. Alright. It's gonna be great. Somebody got a shield. No, no, no! Oh, here we go. Here we go. Time to... Somebody's about to get ownered, and it was Hawk. He got ownered. Oh, my quad sounds like crap, though. Oh, no! There's a tree! You got... Spander froze me out. He froze me out. Yeah, 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 yeah. Put that right there for me, thank you. Oh God. I'm just gonna hang out up here and just take pot shots at people, or not. Oh, come on. Oh, why would I do that? Oh my God, I can't even navigate this guy. What's that? It's got arrows in it. Oh my God, I crashed again. Alright, watch this. It's my evil plan. Where's the... There it is. Here we go! No! Don't shoot at me! I want to live! No! I hate this game. This game sucks. Man, my eyes are going to absolute shit already. I remember this from last time with combat mode. My eyes would, like, go to hell within half an hour. Zap, 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 zap. Come on, zap it, zap it, zap it, zap it, zap it. Oh, wait, I'm not shooting at anything anymore. Give me that black hole. Oh, somebody gonna get frozen. Chill out. Oh, wow, here we go, here we go. Ready? Come on, hold on. Oh, Mine Hawk. Chill out. See, because I got him. You know what I mean? I got him. Like, I got him, and then I said, chill out. You know what I mean? And then, of course, he comes right back and just blasts my face. Okay, well, I just crashed into something else. Why would I do that? Oh my God, why am I so bad? Oh, that's the ground there. Yeah, 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 yeah. There's a chance. So what you're saying is there's a chance. Go away. No, no, no. Oh, there was no one near. What a waste. Oh, that was stupid, but it would have been really cool if I'd pulled it off. Alright, here we go. There's a battle. There's a battle raging. I want to be a part of it. Zap, 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 zappity, zap, 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 zap. I don't even know what I'm shooting at. I'm just shooting. Covering fire! I don't know what I'm covering for, but it's covering fire because it's pretty indirect. Yeah. Ooh. I got stole. Not last. That's what I'm talking about. Not last. Wow. Oh my God. I don't know why that hurts my eyes so bad. Alright. You guys can keep playing. Somebody is gonna inherit this room. Whoo, boy. Somebody is now in control of that room. I'm out though. It's too disappointing for me to be in there and hang out. Makes me feel too bad about my lack of skills. Let's look at some Hero 10 footage, man. I literally have not seen this before. That's not true. I've looked at the Bones footage, which is the exact same thing. But the Bones footage was just kind of flying around nothing. This is like actually doing some work, which is pretty cool. Hey, what? No. Stop it. There we go. Alright. Here are 10 footages on this card here. Let's yank this guy and replace with this guy, and we'll see what's what. I don't know how this is going to play. I mean, this hub is connected via USB 3. But in the intro, it was really struggling, which is a little weird. Usually the little micro SD, on the laptop at least, the little micro SD cards read really fast. I need to do a little bit of I need to figure out how to get things connected to the Mac Mini that will transfer data a little bit quicker. I have these two 10-port USB hubs, which use the big, like, standard USB plug, which I know is not super fast. Yeah, I just need to figure it out. I need to spend a little bit of time looking into which connections have the speed. All right, so. And this is all real steady. This is all straight out of the camera. So yeah, there was this is an attempt at getting like a drop. I've tried this a lot to get like a drop down in on the car and then lock in on it. It's really hard to do because you're dropping at 50 to 60 miles an hour. And then in order to not hit the ground, you've got to put 50 to 60 miles an hour of thrust straight down. And unless you just like look up towards the sky, basically, you have to generate a bunch of forward momentum. And yeah, that's a little rough to be able to do that. But we tried it a bunch, and that might work. None of them were like ultra clean. What's interesting is it's playing completely fine. Just out of the off the finder. It was not like in playing through VLC, which is a little odd. I can kind of tell that this looks better. If I'm really honest, that's not what I meant to do. This looks really good. Jesus. I didn't with the GoPro Bones. I definitely did not notice that it looked better than the Hero 8. I don't think. But this, I can tell like immediately that this looks better than the Hero 8, which is super cool. So to finally get it, see, so it generates all that forward momentum. So to finally get this shot, what I basically had to do is we were on speakerphone on the cell phone this entire time, and what I basically had to do is at some point in the dive, I had to tell him to hammer it and go full throttle with the car. And eventually we got it pretty close. But man, it is tough. So the option is either you leave a big gap like that and then you catch up, or yeah, you get him to just like absolutely stand on it. But it's tough, man. It's really tough to get a dive like that. In Drift Dreams, my really polished drift edit, there's a drop in there that's absolutely next level. It was completely by accident. Like I didn't try it more than once. It was the first time I tried it and I just got really lucky. Yeah, this was like, see that, so that's the best one that I got. So that one there with a little bit of like a speed ramp or a transition right there, is probably about as good as it's gonna get. Man, we tried it. We must have tried these drops like 20 or 30 times, and I just went through all the batteries. But in the end, there should be plenty for him to work with. I wish I could have gotten it like absolutely perfect and dead on the money, but I mean, there's so many variables to it. Like you have to be positioned perfectly, and like you can't, like when you're trying to position yourself up above, you're just kind of doing it by hopes and dreams. The way to do it like consistently would be to have him just stop, and then on the way down he's stopped, but then on the way up there's you can just like land behind him and then fly straight up and then dive straight down. But it just looks stupid. It doesn't look stupid, but it doesn't look as cool when they're stopped, and then you dive down and they accelerate away. It looks way cooler if they're rolling. So yeah. Riot9 says VLC has issues. That's interesting. Way back when, VLC was really good. This is when I told him to go like 60 miles an hour, which was kind of interesting. It's a totally different... Chasing is way different when you change the speed by like 20 miles an hour. 10 miles an hour versus 30 versus 50 versus 70. It's all completely different. It's really cool. What's the hot... So INA... I've been using INA, I-I-N-A, but that doesn't seem to work all that well. What's the hot video playing software for Mac? Anybody know? This was a really fun shoot. It was really fun to do this with a videographer who's versus just like, you know, anybody, any old person. We got some really cool stuff, and the car was looking good. Unfortunately, it was a black car, so I had to leave the sky a little bit overexposed to get any detail in the black car. But this looks pretty good. And yeah, there's plenty for him here to work with. This should be cool. We did a couple head-ons. He requested a couple of head-ons. I wanted to do more of these, but they're kind of one-dimensional. I mean, it's like you get one of them and you're good to go. So that is probably the one that he'll use, but we did one without the whip, which is up here. Him just going by. And you just hold your line for a second or two. Yeah, chasing cars is very, very, very fun. Chasing really expensive cars that are rentals is a little different. Like, chasing drift cars is great because if you hit them, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to them. It matters to you because you're going to go down and potentially get run over. But, yeah, it doesn't really matter to them, which is great. This is, you know... This, and like every time I've been paid, because you don't really get paid to fly drifting events, every time I've gotten paid to chase cars, it's they're expensive, and it's a little different. You got to kind of keep your distance a little bit more. Drift cars are great because it's just like, fuck it, you know, you're not going to hurt the drift car in a way that they care about. So yeah, this is wild, man. I'm really impressed actually by this Hero 10. This is, this looks really, really good. Very cool. So yeah, I don't know. There's no need to blast through any more of that. Kind of is what it is. 433. What's up, friends? What do you guys want to talk about? What should we do? Should we build another tiny whoop? What am I doing with this Acro B board? Have you guys seen enough from the T-Motor 0803 22,000s? Can I like retire those? I'm retiring those. Let's do that. Let's take the 0803s off. Man, my eyes are fucked from simming. Jesus. I hate to like name it Sim Sunday and then only sim for a half an hour or whatever the hell we did, but like, my god, my eyes are bothering me. Steady Eddie says I use Prism on Mac, supports most file formats, and does batch conforming on the cheap paid version. Use it mostly to convert TD files from HD0. That's interesting. Lost Sync says try INA for Mac OS if it's FOSS. I literally just specifically said that I've been using INA for a long time, but it doesn't. It's not working. Boys FPV says, any estimate how many FPV flyers in the USA? No idea about the USA part, but I heard Joshua Bardwell at one point say the number 10,000, and I was like, wow, that sounds like a lot. Absolutely no idea for me. Absolutely no clue. I mean, in theory, we can like look at the number of subscribers that the really big channels have, but I don't know if that really works. I mean, like, so you wouldn't want to look at Steele's channel because he's so cool that, like, you know, people outside of FPV want to watch him, right? Joshua Bardwell's channel is a much better in my opinion, a much better sort of barometer for that, because like nobody's gonna watch Joshua that's not like actually into FPV. But the problem is, like, everybody that's ever been into FPV is subscribed to Joshua's channel. Most people stay into this hobby for about 6 months and then bail. So yeah, looking at Joshua's sub count is looking at like everybody that's ever been into FPV, and that's not what we want. You know, so yeah, I don't know. Market Zero is a fan of QuickTime Player. Man, I haven't used QuickTime Player in forever. It used to suck. I'm gonna give it a try again, because Safari used to suck, but now it's pretty good. And so yeah, maybe QuickTime has gotten better. So let me change MP4s over to QuickTime. Let's actually fire one of these up in QuickTime and see what it's like. Oh, so it doesn't. You have to click play. That's kind of annoying. So what was I playing on the intro that wasn't streaming right? It was from this other memory card. Are these memory cards different speeds? Nah, these are both U3, right? Yeah, they're both U3. What's interesting is that Hero 10 footage just now was playing without stuttering. I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on with this stuttering in the beginning and the end of the streams. PJ says, what kind of spots do you typically fly having trouble pinning down a reliable place? I don't really fly anymore, PJ. The spots that I fly are the locations that people hire me to come and fly cinematic. I just don't fly anymore. I've been flying for a long time. Freestyle flying is fun, I guess, but it's not as fun as it used to be. And it's freestyle flying is, this is going to sound terrible, but I don't know how else to say it. It's the least fun, for me at least. It's the least fun, and it's the most repairs. Flying cinematic stuff is more fun, and I typically don't have any repairs, and I get paid. So yeah, I just don't really fly freestyle very much, if at all, anymore. And it shows. Like my flying is not all that good anymore. So yeah, don't stop flying freestyle or you'll get worse. Here's what's kind of interesting. Both of these cameras are set completely identical, and there's way more detail in the sky on the 10 than in the 8. So that either means that I didn't have the settings exactly right, or the sun was behind a cloud when I was flying the 10. That's kind of interesting. It looks like this is playing fine in QuickTime though, so let me use QuickTime for a while. I'm going to stop using all these aftermarket programs, and we're just going to use QuickTime for a minute. That's pretty cool. It's actually really nice that QuickTime is working, because there is some cool stuff that QuickTime will do. Little flyby here on the right. I wish he wasn't on his brakes. I wish he'd stayed on the gas or just let it roll, but it's fine. Nobody else will notice. I'm the only one that'll ever notice that. Interesting. The or the other option is that the 10 has better dynamic range, which is probably it almost certainly does as the tech moves forward on cameras. They get better dynamic range, so that might be what we're seeing, is just that yeah, the 10's got better dynamic range. I don't love that, because what that means is that I need to stop using the 8, and the 8 is considerably lighter than the 10. But for, you know, shots where weight matters. So the reason why I flew the 8 on these two batteries was I said, hey, we're gonna do some rolling slow stuff, and I'm gonna get like basically some detail shots, like really in close with a rig that's got ducts on it. So if I bump into you, it's not the end of the world. And yeah, that's what we were kind of doing here. But I don't, now that I look back, I don't really think that I got any closer than I did with the 5-inch rig, which is kind of annoying. I should have maybe told him to roll a little bit slower. But all things considered, he's got like 8 batteries worth of flight footage of this car, and and in the edit he's going to use like a total of 1 minute more than likely. So he's got absolutely plenty to work with here. So we'll be complete. Oh, god damn it! I had the camera on me. Oh my god! I'm the worst live streamer in the world. There was nothing to see. It was me flying around a black Lambo over and over and over again. PJ says, the main reason I'm looking to get a Cinewoop needs to incorporate video work into my portfolio. Yeah, I mean, realistically, that's the only reason to get a Cinewoop. Cinewoops are a tool for a job. Getting a Cinewoop for fun is not a good idea, in my opinion. They're just not fun to fly. They're a tool to safely carry a GoPro around living things. So, yeah, you're in it for the right reason, brother. All right, cool. Let's desolder these motors from this V4 frame, and we are going to move forward with the lightweight, as if I haven't pissed away enough time on 75mm motor-to-motor tiny whoops. I'm going to piss away just a little bit more time. No, actually, hold on. Before we do that, I put the Gemfan 5 blades onto this rig, which do not push into the motor bell. And this battery has a little bit of life left in it. So let me test hover this and see if the problem has gone away. So this is a Cinesplore. This is the Cinesplore that I had set up for rear-facing video at the Salt Lake City Criterium gig, and then on stream, I think I pulled that rear-facing camera off of it, and now all of a sudden, well, and I also switched it from Brother Hobby VY 2004s to these FPVCycle 2104s, and now all of a sudden it's got a little vibration issue going on. But it only had that vibration issue so far on those T-Motor 3140 props. So maybe right now all will be right with the world. Let's find out. Put it down here. I'm just gonna move this chair in a little bit, and let's give it a little hover, and I'll be able to hear if it's okay. So let's see here. Come on, you bastard arm. There we go. Good to go. Wow, that's weird. Very strange. Very, 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 very strange. Okay, so one of two things is going on. Either, man, am I glad I didn't dive into the software and cripple the tune. Hashtag always check your mechanical system before you fuck with the tune to try to fix problems on quads. So yeah, one of two things is going on. Either the T-Motor 3140s are not quite well balanced enough for this setup. I doubt that's the issue. Or having the propeller blades smashing into the motor bell a little bit and basically bending them upwards a little bit, I guess, was causing some sort of a issue with balance. Wow, that's pretty awesome. I So I'm going to try this. I'm going to put another set of... Well, no, it's whatever. This just needs to get the ducts put back onto it. This is the analog Cinesplore, by the way. Yeah, I'm just going to put ducts back onto it. It's fine. And this is now set up to carry the Hero 10. So, yeah, I'm going to put ducts back on this and then give it a little flight test, because I have not flown this with ducts with the Hero 10 on these motors. I haven't flown these motors outside at all. This setup right now, it doesn't make any sense. Like, typically you're not... Well, I guess that's not true. One of the cool things about Cinewhoops with removable ducts is that if all of a sudden you have a gig where you're not flying around living objects, living things, you can do this, and it flies way better like this because it's way more aerodynamic. You get better flight time, better flight characteristics. So I am gonna actually take this out and fly it like this, yeah. So like with the Lambo, right? Like setting it up like this and flying it, you don't want to get as close, and you don't want to take as many risks because there's no prop guards on it. But like where I'm at as a pilot in terms of like my skills or whatever, I can fly very comfortably at a distance where the shot is framed properly, but I'm not worried about bumping into the car. For me, that first rig that I flew, I really wanted to get up stupidly close to the car, and I didn't in that flight footage, which is why I'm like, what was I doing? But yeah, I could have done that with this setup, and it would have been a little bit better. So yeah, there's that. Cool. Wow. Okay, that's super interesting. So here, always check. Here's a big takeaway. Always check, especially with these wide pancake motors. Always check that your propeller blades are not hitting the bell of the motor, because apparently it causes some serious havoc. Also, I've got a capture card now. I got an Elgato capture card, and I think that's going to allow me to send plug in my goggles to my smart controller HDMI out into the capture card into the computer, DJI on live streams. This rig is analog, so I mean that's whatever. Let's fly this out back. Yeah, let's fly this out back. Oh, did I forget to unplug the VRX again? I got a little bit of battery left, and so what the hell? Plugging in the VRX, and I'll fly the rest of this battery in the backyard and see if I can not wreck it. And I'll push around the side of the house and in the driveway, and I can probably even push out towards the street. And you guys let me know what the coverage is like with an antenna here, because yeah, I'm going to be figuring out where I want to be able to fly out front in the back with good video, and I need to figure out where I need to put the antennas to do that. So this is our baseline. The antenna is right up here inside the house. I'm going to lower it down a little bit so it's in front of the window versus it being in front of other things. But yeah, let me know where the coverage sucks and where the coverage is less sucky. What do I need? Goggles? What do we use goggles to fly? Is that what we do? I'll have a pretty good idea of the video situation, because I'm gonna stand right here next to this VRX, so I'll have a somewhat of an idea how good or bad the video that you guys are gonna be seeing is. But let me know anyway. Goggles going on my head. Transmitter coming up. You guys are going to get a little bit of feedback for a second, but hopefully that'll go away. Battery warning. Let me take this off of 500 milliwatts. Let me turn it down a little bit. That'll help with the feedback. Jesus, come on, relax. Drop down to 250. Okay. All right. Wait, I have to put this on the thing. Let's do that. I'll give you guys a little bit of music too, just for funsies. Okay. Oh. On. What the hell? Alright, we're back. Stream Deck is not working though. All of a sudden. That was weird. It just shit the bed. That was very weird. Let's try this again. Hey, there we go. Alright. Let's plug this rig in and see what happens.
Low battery.
Hey. Okay. Let's fly around the yard. I'm going to shut this door because it's been kind of getting hot down here in the basement. Now that I'm not running the air conditioner all the time, since our main air conditioner's been fixed. Wow, I've got great video over here. Jesus, I've got great video all the way around the house. How's that possible? Okay, analog all day. Oh boy, battery's getting low already. Oh Jesus. Well, that short-lived. Okay, I guess I had to. Guess I ran that battery down the other day a little bit lower than I thought. Well, you know what it was? It was there were like major oscillations with that battery. So when that battery was being run, it was being run really hard. I've got a bunch of charged batteries though. I'm gonna grab another one, and we're gonna do that again because that was just the least satisfying flight ever. Okay, and I want to give you guys a little bit of info about these 2104s. So hang on a second. Where are? They're in the tote bag. That's where all my extra batteries are. Of course they're in the tote bag, because having a CiottiFPV kilowatt carbon tote bag literally makes you a better person. Here we go. Changing over to a 4S 850. That was a 4S 900. Not that it makes any difference, but here we go. Throwing this in real quick. Hey, this is also without the GoPro in it, so like, you know, this is just for funsies. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put the GoPro in there because I want to know what this flies like fully loaded with these 2104s. So hold on. It doesn't really make much sense. I mean, the only valuable data coming out of flying this without the GoPro is like, oh, what would it work with? How would it be with at those crit flying gigs with just? Well, actually, this is analog, so it really is totally worthless without a payload. So get this in here real quick, and I'm not going to run the GoPro. I'm just going to leave it in there as a weight, a very expensive weight. All right, let's see how it is. Let me make sure the. I mean, this is also admittedly a little bit weird because we don't have the ducts on. The performance is going to drastically change once the ducts are on here, but this is still a somewhat, you know, this is a configuration that I will fly at some point. Okay, here we go. Let's see how this is. I'm hearing oscillations. Hold on. It is not happy with that weight on its front, I don't think. Let me see how hot the motors are. Yeah, the motors are hot. Alright, so there's still something going on with this rig. Let me do a little test hover to just kind of confirm that real quick. And this will also allow you guys to hear it. That is not what you want to hear. So yeah, now that it's got, now that it's loaded down, it is at an RPM that it is angry about. So that ain't good. Get this unplugged and get this cross. So I still need to troubleshoot this guy. First thing I'm gonna do is to put Betaflight 4.3 stable on here. I've lost track of which rigs have and don't have Betaflight 4.3 stable on them. So yeah, that's gonna become like a troubleshooting step for me that I do a lot. Well, that's kind of disappointing. I was hoping to fly that battery around. Damn. Oh well. We only got a couple minutes left. What kind of questions you guys got? Anything? 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 Oh, the Stream Deck started working again. That's kind of cool. Weird. So when I removed the all the DJI stuff from this rig, I changed the way that the stack was mounted, and I did change a bunch of things. So it's not totally shocking that there's something going on here, but it is. I mean, I don't know. I didn't change that much. Like I wish that I had flown this after I took that shit out and put this back together. I really wish that I had flown this on the Brother Hobby 2004s, because then I would have a one-to-one comparison of those. Because then, if these problems that I'm having right now didn't exist on those motors, right? We'd be good to go. I'm actually really tempted to put those motors back on this, because we did talk about how like this is supposed to be the lightweight rig, and then I put these motors on that are a little bit heavier. But the thing is, you can't get those motors anymore, so this rig is going to end up with the Newbie Drone motors, so maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll move this rig over to the Newbie Drone motors, and we'll see if the problem goes away. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow night. Today's Sunday, right? Maybe that's what we'll do tomorrow night. Because yeah, that's a very easy. So what we'll do is we'll put this onto 4.3 stable and see if that helps. And if it doesn't, which it probably won't, we'll move this over to those Newbie Drone motors that are on one of the other Cinesplores, and we'll see if that helps. And at that point, I don't know. I feel, man, I've got a lot of rigs with like fucked up gyros right now, and this could be yet another one. I don't know what's going on. Boys FPV says, any thoughts on the Pirate Hook 2.5-inch frame for freestyle? None whatsoever. Or Pirate Hook 2 5-inch frame? No clue. I've never heard a single thing about those frames, good or bad. So there's that. But they sponsor, I think that's J True's frame, and he's a hell of a pilot, so maybe it's really good. At this point with frames, they're all really good. So I don't know if there's a whole lot of real difference between any of them, if I'm completely honest. The real difference between frames, in my experience, comes when you live with it for a while and you mount your battery the way that you want to mount your battery, and you know, and it's you got to kind of buy them and just live with them to figure that stuff out. I know that's a terrible answer, but it's kind of the real answer. So, yeah, there's that. For some reason, instead of looking at the camera lens, I keep looking at the microphone. I think because I put the microphone in a new little spot, I moved a little closer to me. And I'm shocked that the top of the microphone is not in view. How far forward can I move this damn thing before you guys can see it? Well, that's how far. Although it's hidden down behind the thing there. I think I'll leave it right here. This is where it's always been. And it's fine. Look at that, man! It's just out of view. Zach Lothamer with the last comment of the live stream. He says Mobula 6 or Mobeetle 6. Depends on how hard you want to fly. If you want to fly hard, Mobula 6 for sure. Way more durable. If you don't want to fly hard, or you just never crash, Mobeetle 6. It's a little bit lighter, give you a little bit better performance. But with the Mobeetle 6, you're gonna have to change the motors out. The KV is stupid on those motors. With the Mobula 6, you can get it with the 0702 26,000s, and they are awesome. So yeah, if you fly hard, Mobula 6. If you have a little bit of extra money and you don't ever crash, not ever crash, but like you don't crash hard, Mobeetle 6, and then change the motors out. All right, guys. I'm gonna get some Tiny Whoop stuff done. This is my nightmare right here. There's too much Tiny Whoop stuff on this desk. So, yeah, I'm gonna put some time in. I'm gonna do a Patreon only stream. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go grab something to eat, and in like a half an hour, I'm gonna do a Patreon only stream where we're just gonna hang out here, and I'm gonna build a Tiny Whoop, or 2, or 3. I think I have enough parts to build 3 Tiny Whoops. And I'm gonna do I'm also gonna do a pyro drone order. Maybe I'll do that live on stream. Because they've got the EP2s in stock, which I need. They've got glide arms in stock, which I need. And I'm sure I can find something else that I need. So yeah, join my Patreon. Head on over to CiottiFPV.com. Check out my new fancy looking linktree page. And for $3 whole a month, you'll get access to a playlist here on YouTube with almost 90 unreleased things, Patreon only live streams, sketchy flying, different random stuff. And you'll get access to the Patreon only live streams that I do live, as opposed to live streams that are done pre-recorded, which would be a pre-recorded stream, not a live stream. Love you guys. Be good. Here comes some frying. Let's see how QuickTime does. That's the word, QuickTime. Let's see how they do here at the end of the stream. We're gonna go with this song here, and I'm just gonna randomly pick a chunk of video. I'll see you patrons in a half an hour. See the rest of you guys tomorrow night at 10. Later! I don't like QuickTime already. Come on, QuickTime, what are you doing?